guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a review on the Violet Voss hashtag palette. I've been wanting to do this review for you guys for a while because I love this palette, and I did mention it in my haul video, which I will link down below so you guys can check it out and see all the other stuff that I picked up lately. But I did mention this, that I love it, that I've been using it, that I've been wearing it, and I'm wearing it today. Obviously have the tutorial in this video, and I will have swatches of the shadows. But let me show you the palette because that's what you guys came for, right? Here it is. Look at this. Look at all this goodness. Now this is a very warm cranberry palette with some orange tones, a lot of gold tones, but these are like super like in your face gold tones, which personally I love. And I love the packaging on this palette. Honestly, it feels heavy, it feels sturdy compared to my Violet Voss Holy Grail, which is right here. I mean, you can see the size comparison is very significant. And this was from their very first packaging, their very first palette. I purchased it because, I mean, look at those colors. Obviously, you can tell why I purchased it. But even though the packaging isn't as great in this palette, I mean, it's very sleek, it's very thin, I still love the shadows, and I used it a ton. Look at how dirty it is. That's how much I used it. But this one just feels a little heavier. I feel like the packaging is just a little thicker compared to this one, which I personally don't mind. But the palette is just, it feels nice. The eyeshadows are nice. They're creamy. They're buttery. They're pigmented. They don't have a crazy amount of fallout. Like I always like to tell you guys, when a palette has fallout, because a lot of people care to know this palette does have a very minimal amount of fallout. For me, it's like your typical normal fallout.
Why can't I say fallout correctly? Excuse me?
And this palette contains 20 shades, and it does retail for $45. Now, Violet Voss is now available on Sephora, which is amazing. Congratulations to them. Obviously, you guys know, love Violet Voss. It's one of my favorite brands of palettes. If you can't tell, I have 3 of their other palettes. And you would think, why would you buy this one if it has similar shades to, like, per se, the Ride or Die palette, like the burgundy shades? But let me show you this palette. Here it is. Now, the burgundy tone in this new palette, the hashtag palette, is more of a purpley, like cranberry tone, and the one in this palette right here, this baby right here, is more red and more wine tone. Like you see, this one has more like magenta shade into it, and this one's definitely more red and more wine. So
even if they were the same, I would have still bought it.
and that's honestly just because I'm a hoarder and I love palettes and I love warm tones. Anything warm tones, you know it has my name written all over it, and I'm going to want it. I do have a review using this beautiful, stunning palette, which is still available because these are permanent products to Violet Voss, and they are available on Sephora. Also, the highlight palette. This is like one of the most gorgeous highlight palettes that I own. And let me show you the inside as well. I mean, this is not like a Violet Voss brand palette review, but I just want to show you guys.
I do have other. I do want to show you guys that I have other.
I do want to show you guys that I do own some of their other products because I truly, genuinely love them. So yeah, I have a review for this too, which I will link down below as always. You guys know that. I sound like a broken record every time I tell you guys that. But some people still ask, where can I buy this? Where can I get this? Where do they sell this? And I'm like, I said it 20 times in the video that it will be in the description below. Just click on it and it says right there. It's one of the first things that I always include, so people can see it right away and be like, okay, I found it right here. Click, takes you to the page. Okay, let's move on. Now, you guys know there's going to be a tutorial and swatches, as always. The tutorial is going to be on this beautiful look. Now, for the tutorial, I do want to mention, I have foundation from this part of my face up because of the same thing. I wanted to see the amount of fallout that this palette had while I was using it, and I didn't want to ruin my foundation, so I decided to do that, which was so smart, because other times I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna ruin my makeup when I'm doing my eyeshadow if I do my foundation first. So what can I do? I don't want to come out here looking barefaced crazy all the time. So I was like, how perfect is it if I just put foundation from here up? Also, because my eyebrow pomade cream thing adheres better to my skin when there's like a base like foundation, other than compared to if I don't put the foundation and do my brows, they're like greasy and they look messy and oily, and I don't like that. So it was a perfect little trick to do, and now that's how I'm gonna do my future palette reviews, because it's so smart. Like, I'm so smart, I barely thought about it now. Anyways, this palette is super pigmented. I mean, I love the pigmentation in this palette. If it wasn't pigmented, I would tell you, but it is very pigmented in my opinion. I know I heard some people say that it doesn't pack as much of a punch as their other palettes do. To me, personally, it really packs a really good pigmented punch, and I've used a bunch of different colors. I did do another look using like the purple shades and more of the burgundy tone, which I will include a picture right here so you guys can see that the colors are pigmented and they are vibrant. The eyeshadows are infused with jojoba oil, and this palette has a variety of finishes, which is something I personally really like. My favorite thing about this palette is probably that it has a matte cream shade, this one right here. For me, when a palette doesn't have this shade, it doesn't feel like a palette that I can use every day, because that's one of the shades that I literally use every day from a palette. And no matter what look I'm doing, I always start off with the cream color like this and apply it all over my lids. So for me, when a palette has this shade, it's like, oh, thank you. And it's completely matte. Completely matte. Thank you. Now, the name of the colors are also super cool. Fresh, Sauce, Savage, G-O-A-T, which is, I don't know what it stands for, GOAT. I-L-Y, I love you, I'm guessing that's what it stands for. Truth, Lady Boss, No Filter, Throwback Lit, Vacay, Goals, FOMO, Fear of Missing Out, Low Key, Living, Sunset, Relevant, TBT, Petty AF, did they call me? And Life. Oh, Life, I have a cousin, her name is Vida, and I love calling her Life. I love pronouncing her name in English, Life, because her name is Vida. I don't know, I really like it. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with the tutorial and swatches for this palette. again, that's basically it for this review tutorial swatches video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this palette. Let me know if you like the shades. This is basically like a purpley goodness, cranberry, gold perfectness all in one. I love this palette. I definitely recommend it. Again, don't forget to check out the previous videos from the other palettes so that you guys can see the difference in colors. Also, again, the links to everything will be down below, so you don't forget. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, if you liked this palette, if you enjoyed the tutorial and you like the swatches. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!